There are a lot of things we buy for boating that just add to the fun. Gas, sunglasses, wakeboards and tubes. And then there's insurance. It only has value when something not fun happens. One of these things is not like the other. Hi, I'm Sean from Lens Cove Lessons in Boating. Have you ever wondered if you need boat insurance and what the differences in the policies are? We are going to go over the reasons to have a good boat insurance policy and talk about the frequently asked questions that most people have when getting it. By the end of this video, you should understand why having boat insurance is a smart idea and have a good idea of what it's going to cost you. Stick around to the end of the video for 4 questions you should ask your insurance broker. In this video, we're going to cover: is boat insurance mandatory? Some reasons you may want boat insurance. A rider on your home or cottage. A separate boat insurance policy. Boat insurance costs. As a boat dealer, we are not obliged or legally bound to ask you if you have insurance on your boat. And for licensing, you're not required to provide proof of insurance. There may be some banks that require it if you're getting a boat loan, but even if you get pulled over by the police in the water, there is no legal requirement to have boat insurance. Just like in your car, accidents happen. There could be striking something on the bottom of the lake or even floating in the lake. There could be the liability issues of hurting a friend or family member or someone you don't know in the lake. There are a lot of things that are out of your control, and having an insurance on your boat covers all of them, including theft, breakage, so it is a really good idea. About 20 years ago, the most common boat insurance policy was actually a rider on your home or cottage. And that essentially was that your existing policy got added a rider to cover the boat. Much like you might get a rider to cover a piece of jewelry or an expensive piece of equipment in your home, the rider covered your boat for when you were on the water. Now those policies are not as in-depth, and the other problem is that they jeopardize your home insurance if you were to make a claim, because you're only allowed to make so many claims within a certain amount of time. So the rider on the home or cottage has some risks. Now you can get a very good and comprehensive standalone boat policy, and it only covers you for your boat and while you use your boat. A standalone boat policy will have more comprehensive coverage for things that happen on the water. Boat insurance is very reasonable. And to give you an example, on a $15,000 boat that you have some discounts on, you might pay as little as $250 for a year. On a $250,000 boat with no discounting, you might pay $1,200 a year. So you can see you can get a lot of coverage for even fairly expensive boats for a reasonable price. Insurance really isn't a fun topic for anything, whether you're talking about your boat, your home, your car, or life. But you do want to carefully consider if you want a policy, and we do recommend absolutely that you have a separate standalone policy on your boat alone. Click here or in the description below for another video on frequently asked questions about boat buying. And here is that list of 4 questions you should ask your insurance broker that I promised you. Does this policy cover towing on the water or highway when you need repair? Does this policy cover animal damage, whether in the water or on shore? Think about raccoons, mice, and muskrats. Is my boat covered with this policy no matter where it's stored in the summer or winter? And always ask, are there any discounts that I might qualify for? Thank you for joining us on Lens Cove Lessons in Boating for today's video. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more. Be safe, have fun, and we'll see you out on the water.